Say it's a bit muddy. So that can't be right. Pubs don't close at 4 o'clock. Sort of north.
So we're done for.
I hope you don't mean down this track.
No.
Come out about 40 k's back out of Arkaroola station heading towards Copley. Only because when we drove through the other day we were pretty taken by the scenery around here. It's Hallowy Gorge. I'll show you a bit more about that shortly. Saw the sign about R.M. Williams here. So this is where his R.M. Williams fashioned his first pair of boots in 1932. Already talked about the native orange tree in earlier video. This is it here. It's Hallowy Gap Trailhead, but that's a walk. But it's the gorge here that we're for. There's a campground as well. Well, this must be the campground right here. So you could park up here if you wanted to. A bit of fresh water and a walking trail. Arkaroola Circuit, Class 3. Water and all that sort of stuff. First aid kit. 7 kilometer. Allow 3 to 4 hours. Not 200 metres into the walk, and here's some historical mines here. Copper. Bit of diggings around, you can see the little mounds. Obviously the shaft. There's one there. Worked in the 1860s, the boss says. You can see a little bit of copper in the stone there, the bluey colour. Just a update. Done more than 400 metres now, 7 kilometres. Trail goes all the way around there. Bit of deja vu, like Western Australia, walking on a creek bed. I think we've still got about 6 k's to go. And it's been mostly downhill. So looking forward to the upward leg. Just plenty of these little hollows in the rocks and signs of marsupial life, if you know what I mean. This is the rocks around here have a particular sort of name, particularly see here. As the boss just said, they're erratic, called erratics. There was a sign a bit further back and talked about the ice age and glaciers picking up rocks and moving them, and as the glaciers moved and started to melt, they dropped the rocks and the rocks became embedded into the local material, erratics. So a little bit irregular from the host material around here. Yeah, that's a useless fact for the day. I was talking about erratics before, and here's a sample of what they call a scratched erratic. You might see the scratch marks in it. Little signpost here tells us that this likely happens when the boulder was moved around during temporary melting of the ice age, and the glacier above it was scratching it around, scratching it. Yeah, about 700 million years ago apparently. Checkpoint 3, there's plenty of these signs around, by the way, and we've just come out of that little creek into this waterhole. Pretty spooky, eh? And the Arkaroola Reserve here, they say you can't swim in their waterholes. Tip for doing this track, for those of you who are doing it: when you come down the water, the blue markers stay up in the rocks, way up there. We've actually followed the riverbed. Keep out of the rocks. A little bit easier going too. Check out the size of the cave there. And some indigenous art up there. I'm only joking, I don't know what that is. Somebody's done some graffiti stuff up there. Oh, we came out from those water holes down that way, across the right hand side. Looks like you can get in here by car. There's a sign a little bit further up here, I'll have a look. Sign says Claude's Pass to Paralana Hot Springs, which is 20 kilometres. Go! Oh, this bit's for Erwin and Fiona. Come on, get your asses in here, eh? Have a look around. It's right up your alley. Temperature's not above 15 degrees. Though what is novel is it's not raining, eh? Just past the 3 kilometre marker, 4 to go. A little bit less than that now. Most of it's been downhill. Just telling the boss it'd be nice if the 4 kilometres back was like this. Gradual gradient all up. I can't imagine that's going to be the way. In fact, the boss says that when you walk on this road only for a little bit and jump back off into the bush. The name of this track, Bararana walking track. The gorge is down here about a kilometre and a half. I'm guessing this is it up here. Walking along here, and bit of New Zealand heritage in me. Kia ora, brother. To me that looks like a fossilised leaf. Took a still as well, drop it in hereabouts. It's a vine. These West Australian state almond flowers stuck their heads out. Quite stunning. Sturt desert pea. Yeah, puffing again. It's been a pretty gradual climb all the way back up here, except for this 400 or so metres. Pretty steep. And I think we just parked in here, probably about 200 metres. Not too far to go. Car parked just in the forefront. You can see the old copper mine a little bit better from this view. Sign we just passed said 200 metres. We're going to come up to the Land Cruiser from the other side of the road. Here's a track tip. Probably two, but I'm going to give the last one to you when we get back to the cruiser. The pamphlet says do the track anti-clockwise. That's probably sound advice. It's exactly what we did. And you would have seen how much descending we did, departing over that way. If you came back that way, you'd probably have 2.5 kilometres of fairly steep walk up, and just a little bit on the way down like this to finish. Whereas doing anti-clockwise, as I've mentioned, is a pretty steady incline, except for that last 400 metres behind us. It was probably from about, I don't know, 600 to 200 metres, something like that. Track tick number 2. Take your water with you. 2 hours 15 it took us on that walk. About to hook into some corn fritters. So I put the corn fritters already pre-made up into the travel buddy. 130 degrees just for 2 hours. As mentioned, this walk took us about 2 hours 15. A bit of steam coming out, so we know that they're hot. The boss says you can smell them, of course you can. Yeah, my way. Just what you need after a 7 kilometre walk.